Hello, hello, happy new year, everybody. Say hello to Janky Paisa. I'm back. It's Janky Paisa. Happy new year. You should be seeing this video on the 1st of January. I know I've been disappeared from my channel for a while, but I made a goal to try to come back in the new year. I meant to put up a video about what was going on in December, and that didn't happen. Oh, I hope this isn't too loud. Okay. I did an audio test, I swear. So you can see my mouth isn't moving because if I look away, it doesn't read it. I don't have a good spot for my webcam right now in order to do the VTuber stuff. I just don't have a good spot for it in general, but I'm already off topic and I barely started. Look how look, this is just the jankiest model ever. It doesn't like my glasses. Anyways, enjoy. I've heard that that adds to the charm of this model, so we're gonna go with it. Just ignore that the coffee doesn't move with me and that it's a different color scheme entirely. It is what it is. But yeah, Happy New Year, everybody. I hope everybody had a wonderful end of 2022. I'm slightly lost. I thought I would get on here and kind of talk about the last month or two and kind of talk about how my year went in terms of YouTube, and then a little bit of my goals for this next year. And I'll just ride around. I'm gonna go get a unicorn. I got my pony to level 15. 15 is max. This is Star Stable Online if you're not familiar. I haven't put this on my channel at all yet because I've only been playing it recently. But they have a unicorn out for the holiday season and I'm gonna go get one. I've been waiting for the double coin sale. I'm lost. Usually I know where this is, but talking and playing doesn't work well for me apparently. Okay. Anyways, yeah, I thought I would just kind of do like a 2022 like off the cuff recap and talk about next year as well. So this is the horse I'm getting. This is a unicorn, but I'm also going to get Kator. Kator? I don't know. But yeah, I'm going to buy the unicorn and we're going to ride around and I'm going to talk about it. I have to get it and put some stuff on it. But yeah, so let's see. Where do I even begin? So I took a break in November and I intended it for it to be just like a 2-week break or so because Arnon, my now fiance, was visiting from Australia, and with everything happening, I didn't really have the mental fortitude to prep videos, so I said I'm just going to take a break and I'll be back when he leaves. He left on the 5th of December, and I just never got back into it. I got sick. I didn't get COVID. It was just like some congestion sinus cough thing. Everybody got it around here. It like we don't know where it started. We don't know who was patient zero. It could have come from so many different directions. You know, we have kids around now, and they're always sick and bringing us stuff. My grandma was visiting and her partner was sick. Essentially my sister-in-law, her entire work was out with the same thing. So like we don't know where it came from. My aunt visited for Thanksgiving and her partner was also sick with something similar, and my bet is on her being patient zero. She came and brought it to us because he had exactly what we have. And you can probably hear it in my voice. It's still messed up a little bit. And I was sick with it when he left on the 5th, and he was sick with it as well. He, like, it's still hanging on to kind of all of us that are here. And so I got sick and I couldn't even talk. So like after he left, I was like ready to start making content again, but I just physically, I could not. I had no voice with which to make content. And then once I finally like started feeling better, which wasn't until close to my birthday, it was like halfway through December at that point, and I was really busy with family stuff and kind of catching up on the archive because while he was here, I wasn't able to really do anything, and my goal with the archive had been to finish Heavensward by the end of the year, which I'm definitely on track for. It's the 29th right now. I have less than 10 quests left to render. My goal is to have the final quest rendering when I go to bed tonight. It's 4 p.m. So a couple of the quests from the one I'm on to the final one are going to be longer renders. I'm just going to work through them through the day. Like, I usually do a long render. Like, by long render, I mean a 20-minute video, which takes 10 to 15 minutes to render on average. So I'll usually be like, all right, I'm going to go get dinner. I'm going to start one of these longer renders. Excuse me. And then the longest render is the final Heavensward quest, which is over an hour-long video. So I'm hoping to start that when I go to bed tonight, and then I'll wake up and I'll be able to get everything uploading, and then I'll have all of Heavensward, main Heavensward, uploaded to the archive. And I really want to jump into patches, but I'm going to try to hold myself back a little bit because my external drive is full. So I have to render and upload a lot of job quests and stuff. But so I jumped back into that when I finally was like feeling enough better, and around my birthday I was just like, I am not gonna have time to get any like a like, what is it called, like original content. I don't have time for that right now. You know, I have family around all the like it. We had family around, but it was kind of like a sad holiday season because we were all sick. Like, we didn't even really do a whole lot of celebrating. Like, we're usually a pretty big holiday family just amongst ourselves. And so we do like to do some holiday things. We usually have like multiple get-togethers as a family and everything, but we did gingerbread weekend. The first weekend of December we had a gingerbread party with us, and that was smaller than usual even. And then we had my birthday, which we went to an ugly sweater thing, and then like that was it for the holiday. And everybody was just like sick. Like, after my birthday, my aunt and her entire family got the flu, and so it's just been like a really low-key but also kind of sad holiday season. I mean, especially like because Arnon left at the beginning of the month, which did kind of put a damper on everything, and it's just kind of like been just like, wish you were here for the holiday season the whole time. Like, it would have been great. Ideally next year, which is something I'll talk about as a little bit of something I have to work through for this next year. But yeah, so then also, you know, it was a bit of a dim holiday season, and then, you know, how seasonal depression, you know, really works. It's great. I love it. And just gonna do this really quickly so I'm not just staring at this the whole time. Let's go. All right. Beautiful. Now I can just run around. Yeah, so I just didn't really feel like making any original content. I meant to like put an update up that's like what was happening, but I just didn't even get around to that. It's been a bit like seasonal depression is like a huge killer for me. Like, I didn't do laundry for like a month and a half. I just happened to have like a lot of clothes and stuff that wasn't a big problem. All right, this is not gonna work. But yeah, so I apologize for disappearing for the last like month and a half. Hopefully it won't happen again, but you know, mental health is mental health. So yeah, so that was just kind of what happened the last month and a half. It feels like it's been way longer since I uploaded, but I uploaded on Thanksgiving, so that was the end of November. So I know that it hasn't been that long, so I shouldn't feel too bad about it, especially since it's been the holidays. Like so many people I watch like either took time off for the holidays or just got too busy, couldn't keep up with it during the holidays. Like it happens, and I honestly I don't feel too bad about it, you know. I'm just apologizing to apologize, I guess. I feel like none of the bridles work with this right now. They just all clip through the neck of this horse. Maybe it would be better if I had a saddle on. No. It is what it is. I'm gonna get a saddle to match this. I'm not even gonna put one on. But yeah, so on to some more positive notes. We can talk about like looking back on this year. I'm more or less fairly proud of how consistent I was with YouTube this year. I haven't really gone back and looked at my videos, but just thinking about like all the videos I did put up, you know, I enjoyed my Guild Wars 2 series, and it did get some pretty good views in comparison to some of my other videos. And this next year, I do plan on actually going back and replaying through all of the Living Story. So that is on my like to-do list. I just haven't been in a Guild Wars 2 mood, so I don't want to like force myself to play through it. I really feel like then it would come across in the video itself that like, oh, I'm forcing myself to play this content, and you know, nobody really wants to see that. So that is on my list though, with them re-releasing season 1 of Living World. Arnon will probably play through it with me like we did our End of Dragons playthrough, because he has never, I don't know if he's experienced a lot of the Living World like I have, so it'll be fun to go back and replay through it all. I hope, at least. We'll see. So yeah, I did enjoy how that did on my channel, and I look forward to continuing that series and kind of starting from the beginning. And the other thing that did surprisingly well, that like kind of came out of nowhere for me, was my dislike content. And I am a little bit bummed that I let that fall off, because not only was it like getting good views, and you know, I don't want to say it's not all about the views. When it comes to YouTube, it kind of is about the views on some level. But it was like, I also enjoyed that game. I'd never played a game like that before. I'm not really much of like a gacha phone mobile game player, whatever those are called. Mobile phone game gacha. I don't know. There's a term for the whole genre, and I'm just not. I've never really played it before, and I did enjoy it, and I like loved the art style and the character designs and the music. It was so good, and I just like fell off when I was gone for that month in the summertime, and I could not figure it back out. Like, I couldn't get back into the game. It was like impossible for me. Like, I tried, and I don't know like what the game is up to anymore, but I'm kind of like afraid to go and look at it again. So I don't know, like I wish that I could, but I'm that's probably one of my like biggest regrets of my YouTube last year, was letting that game content fall off, because I wish that I had kind of kept it going for various reasons. Yeah, so I wish that I had kept that going. I think one of my biggest struggles with YouTube over the last year was kind of trying to figure out how to make original Final Fantasy content. And I still struggle with this right now, just thinking ahead to next year. When I think about how I want to like put out more videos, I'm like, what would I put out Final Fantasy videos on? Like, I feel like there are so many people that cover the different niche contents, and I think what I see get a lot of the most views is like people playing through the story, not replaying, but playing through the story. And I eat that up. I eat that shit up. I am always watching somebody play through the story. It's like one of my favorite things to watch is somebody experiencing the story for the first time. So I totally get it. But I just kind of, and I've seen other creators talk about it, even like way bigger creators than myself talk about it. just how like what kind of content do you make for this game? And so like that's what I'm struggling with right now is like I'm trying to branch out. I don't want to be a Final Fantasy content creator, honestly, because I don't even know what kind of content to create for this game. So that's kind of one of my big goals for this next year, is to like address those feelings, is to address like there's a party here, is to address like I don't want to be a Final Fantasy 14 content creator. I just want to be like a variety content creator, I guess, because I don't really know what to do in Final Fantasy 14, like in terms of content creation. I don't really do lore deep dives, you know. That's not what I do. I love lore deep dives, but I'm not going to give you one. I've already replayed the entire story. I can't exactly do like a watch me play through everything. And I don't know, you know, a lot of the content I watch is just people talking about their thoughts on things. And I will probably do some of those, especially with the relic. I don't have anything to talk about with the current relic stuff. It's just do your dailies and grind dungeons if you feel like you're in more of a hurry. And like I honestly have been kind of taking a break from my main on Final Fantasy the last couple of months because I'm just waiting for 6.3. I don't want to like I've mostly been doing archive character stuff, and that's fine. That's how the game's kind of meant to be played. Take breaks when you feel like it. But yeah, so I want to move kind of towards doing more varied content, and I think I did a lot of that at the end of this last year. So with me wanting to continue my Guild Wars 2 content, I think that'll work well for me. And then I think I might start trying to make some Star Stable videos. Like I'm not gonna be like a news Star Stable person, obviously, because I'm new to this game. I'm level 15, but I've only been playing for like 2 weeks. Like my 2 weeks of Star Stable Online are gonna expire on the 1st, and then I'm gonna get like a 3-month, like, so my Star Rider, that is. So I've only been playing for two weeks. This might be a little bit loud. I'm gonna leave because I just realized I left my cute fox pet on my pony. I gotta go get it. So I'm trying to think about like how I can expand a little bit. Like I don't feel like Let's Plays are like people's big favorite things, but some of mine get decent views. Like my Let's Play Guild Wars 2 did pretty well. My Phasmophobia did surprisingly well for like how long of a video that was. So I think I don't know, I just need to, I don't want to say I need to like trust myself a little bit more, but I don't know, I just need to I want to explore some different games and avenues because I don't feel like Final Fantasy 14 is exactly like where I want to make a return. So that's one of my big goals for this next year, is to kind of figure out what I like, where I want to go from here now that I've kind of accepted that. Yeah, I'm trying to think of any other like creator goals. I need to get better with like, I don't want to say I need to get better with networking. I just need to get better with social media and like advertising myself on a lot of fronts, not just I want to pull some of your gear off. Let me have this. Not just with like not just with like YouTube and everything, but kind of with everything. I'm notoriously bad at it with my Etsy stuff too. I'm not even gonna talk about Etsy here. Just know that I'm notoriously bad with social media and advertising myself. This does not match at all. I really need to go get some pieces, but it is what it is, you know? Right now. I don't want to like go on a shopping spree in this video. But I need to get better with social media and not being afraid to advertise my videos and talk about them. I created a separate Twitter account for my social media, but I don't know if I really want to manage that, so I might just go back to my singular Twitter account, and people can deal with my fandom tweets and stuff. We'll see. I'm trying to think if I have like any other creator focused goals for this next year. I really thought I did, but I was like, I'm not gonna write any of these down for this video. I'm just gonna talk about them. But yeah, I think in regards to the archive, my goal is to get up to current by the end of the year, which I don't know. To some people, they might be like, that's a long time to get through the story. But when you're going through the story a single quest at a time, and I make thumbnails on the fly when I go through, just to make sure the characters look as close to what they're going to look like when they give you that quest, and I have to like save things and everything. It kind of makes sense why it takes so long, especially with the rendering. Like, I finished Heavensward closer to the beginning of December, and I'm kind of just now getting everything like uploaded, especially because I had to go back through New Game Plus twice just for a single quest, and it's only gonna get worse as the game gives you more options, which I think really peak in Shadowbringers and Endwalker, and it's just going to take me longer through every expansion and patch as the game kind of lets your character flesh themselves out a little bit more. And it'll be interesting. I'm taking like pictures of my list. I have a spreadsheet where I keep track of which quests have possible alternate dialogue options and how many alternate dialogue options, and I keep that while I'm going through the story. And I take like little snapshots of it at the end of an expansion, so it'll be interesting to compare like Heavensward versus the future expansions, because Heavensward only really had like 6 quests that I had to redo, and 5 of them were like at the beginning of the expansion. Only 1 was in Heavensward 2, and some of them didn't even really have dialogue that changed. So it'll be interesting to see. And that's another thing, is that I don't know if the dialogue changes between options until I redo it. Sometimes I'll like Google it and see if somebody's uploaded a video with the option that I didn't pick, to just double check. And I appreciate everybody who has also uploaded like playthroughs that I can then go and see, because sometimes it does help to just be like, please tell me this doesn't have actual alternate dialogue from the NPCs. But a lot of the times it does, and a lot of the times it's from quests you can't replay in the inn because they're like either not voiced or they're just not thought to be like important enough. Super fun. But I don't know, I'm enjoying the archive process a lot, and that's another reason why I'm struggling with original content, because I'm just really enjoying the archive process. The process of like going through the game, not just the main story, but the entire game, and doing it one quest at a time, and like reading everything, is quite a process. But I feel like I'm learning so much about the game world and everything, like just the paying attention to literally everything, but only one quest at a time. I feel like it's kind of like, what is that, like mindful eating, where you like eat slower and you savor every bite and everything. Like, that's kind of what it feels like, but in the gaming zone. Like, if you've never done it before with Final Fantasy, like if you are like how I am generally, and when you're doing side quests you just grab every single quest and you just go ham, like I would definitely recommend maybe giving it a go every once in a while or on a replay, and just really like savor things, because there is a lot of fun, good lore in the side quests of this game. It's really interesting. I'm really enjoying this process. Yeah, highly recommend. Although, like I said, it takes me like a month to do an expansion right now. It's a lot, but yeah, on to some personal things, because I can't really think of anything else. I'm just gonna try to do, like, I'm gonna aim for like a video a week, I think, and I'm also gonna try to get back into streaming. I haven't reinstalled Windows like I keep saying I'm going to do, and so I'm just saying like heck it. I'm gonna see how streaming goes with my current setup, and we'll just see. I'll do a test stream, probably try to do one the first week of January, and I would kind of like to set a goal of like 1 stream a week. I probably am just gonna go back to Twitch unless people tell me to go to YouTube. which is also tempting. I just would have to kind of look into how to reset everything up. But you know what? I have to reset anything up anyways. So for Twitch, because nothing is linked correctly anymore. So you know what? Whatever. I might just do it on YouTube and see how it goes. Like, it'll suck to not have my emotes, but I don't know. I kind of like YouTube a little bit more since they're not gonna hit me with like a bazillion ads. Like, I don't know if I really want to manage the ads thing on Twitch. Like, I don't want to have to be worrying like, oh no, have I done enough ads this hour, to the point where somebody's not gonna come into my channel and get hit with 8 minutes of ads. Like, I don't really know if I want that in my life. So I'll post like a video. I was gonna say a short video, but I don't know if it'll be a short specifically, but I'll post a video when I figure it out, like what my plans are for coming back to streaming. But like I said, I'm hoping to do 1 day a week just to start. I don't want to overwhelm myself because my mental health hasn't been like the tippity toppiest best in the last couple of months, especially in the last month. Oh my god, it's been a dark time for me. Like, literally, it's so dark all the time. Yeah, not great. But I did water all my plants yesterday, so if you could say good job for me, that would be awesome. I would appreciate you. Alright, this video is already 30 minutes, so let's just really quickly talk about personal things for next year. So I am engaged. Arnon proposed while he was here in December. Very cute. He did exactly what I wanted him to do in terms of proposal. It was great. But the next step is he is Australian and he is going to be coming here initially. There is a chance that at some point we will move back over there, kind of depending on how things go here. You know, if you're in the US, it's not really looking great, but he is planning on coming here first, which means we have to do the visa. I've already been working on it for the last month. The final step is digging through thousands of pages, literally, of our conversations to like prove that we've been talking for X amount of years. We've been friends, we've had a relationship. Like, we have to prove and show that. And so I have to go through years of messages to kind of find like certain messages and print it off. That's kind of the final step for the first step of the it's the final like large hurdle. If you are familiar with this process, it is a process. So I'm going to be going through it probably for the next couple of months. Like, my goal is in the next week to have everything printed out, and then I have a couple final steps. I have to go get like a passport photo. I have to like I think I have to get like a cashier's check or something. I don't know how I send the money, but it's an expensive and arduous process, and I'm starting that this year. So I've thought about kind of doing like a vlog style talking about the experience, because when I'm looking for people's experiences with it, I cannot find anybody actually like talking about their experience. I can find people like trying to help you walk through it, but I can't really find a good experience. But I don't know if I want to be the person to make that video. But if you're interested, I can always kind of talk about the process and what we are going through with it. But yeah, so that might kind of mess up schedules, but I'll do my best to keep people updated. We're hoping that he will be here sometime. Like, this is like the ideal timeline is that it'll take 6 to 7 months. The worst timeline is it could take a year or more. Like, oh god, I hope not. So yeah, I'm going to be dealing with that this year, and once the process is finalized, then I'm going to be dealing with like moving and all kinds of things like that. So this should be an interesting year for me just on that front, just with that going on. Yeah, it'll be really interesting. So I'm going to do my best to kind of keep up with videos and streaming. I think my next video will probably be like a Star Stable video where I kind of talk about my experience so far as a new player and the game itself. So please look forward to that in the next week or two. I don't really know if I have anything else to talk about. I don't like that this video is 30 minutes, but that's what happens when I go into a video with no notes. I should just stop doing that unless people enjoy 30-minute rambles while I ride a horse through the snow, because the snow is like the best thing ever. I love the snow in this game. It makes crunchy noises. I don't know how well you can hear that in the video, but it's great. I wonder how I like do the special move. Oh, there it was. Oh, look at us. We're doing the special move. How do I do the other one? How do I do the, like... I know it has, like, a special, like, standing move, but I don't know how to do that. But, because this is the Pasofino base, so it can do the, like, what is it called? A Tult? Or something like that? I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking of a different horse breed. But, anyways, I think I'm gonna leave it off here for now. Not the best outro, but, it is what it is, you know. This is, you signed up for a video with Janky Paisa riding a unicorn around, so thank you so much for hanging out today. Hopefully it wasn't too rambly, and if you made it to the end, say good job doing your laundry, please. I would appreciate that because I need a little bit more motivation. I have a lot of laundry I have to put away. Oh god. Alright, thank you guys. Happy New Year! It's 2023, can you believe that? I swear it's still 2020. Insane. I hope you guys had a wonderful holiday season. Merry belated Christmas if you celebrate. Happy holidays if you celebrate anything else. Oh, big yawns. All right. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. I don't really remember how to do an outro. Bye.